Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Oh, let me get organized here. Sorry I'm late. Skylar had to go out right when I was going live, and then after she came in, I lost my cigarettes. I finally found them. Lisa, Toxic, TC, Yvonne, Mike. Good morning. Let me scroll on down. Remy, Sapphire. Good morning, ladies. Charlie Girl says, sunny side up. Cheryl Lynn. How's everyone doing this morning? I'm in slow motion this morning. I just cannot get going. I think I need some stronger coffee. Needs more caffeine. Anyhow, we got a few things to talk about this morning. I didn't realize that Lori Vallow had a hearing yesterday. I thought it was scheduled for the 6th of January. I didn't know it was yesterday. But anyways, she was a no-show at that hearing. She chose, she had the option of not going, so that's what she took, that option. I wanted to be in slow motion, but others demanded my time. Well, that's the way it is here. I'm in slow motion and still having to do 100 different things. Anyhow, I got off track there. So, she was supposed to have had a trial January 25th. Now, they have rescheduled all of that. So she will have her felony jury trial on August the 30th through September 3rd. Now, her pre-trial conference hearing, that will be August 17th at 10 a.m. And then August 30th through the 3rd is going to be the jury trial. And I think that's on what? The charges of her lying to police and probably some more charges. Hopefully, they charge her and Chad Daybell with murder. Like, I wonder what's the holdup with that. I know they got to make sure they've got everything in order. That way, when they go to trial, there's not you know what I mean. They got to be prepared because, look, they charge them for murder and they go to trial and get found not guilty. Then they can't be tried again because that's double jeopardy. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I think it said the Idaho Supreme Court had issued a ruling prohibiting any jury trials from taking place because of the COVID-19. Hey, Brooke. Be safe driving, honey. TC, yeah, was really looking forward to seeing her. Yeah, I wonder why she didn't want to come to court. Probably by the time we see her in court, she won't even look like herself. Hey, they don't got no hair dye in jail, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure she lightens her hair. She could be a natural blonde. But anyhow, let's see, what else was I going to tell y'all about her? I believe that's it. I'm just wondering who's going to flip first. Is Chad going to turn on her or is she going to turn on Chad? I don't think she's going to turn on Chad, just to be honest. I think she's just like totally in love with him. I look for him to flip on her. I think that's what's going to happen. Or either they're both going to put all the blame on Alex. Here's what I thought of that Lori might say. Lori might try to pull this. Hey, I didn't know they were going to kill the kids. Chad told me he was taking them to a safe house. She could try to pull that number. Chad is going to flip. I think he is too because he didn't even want to have their trials combined. He didn't want to be sitting beside her in court. She's the one that wanted that. He will claim not knowing until after. Yeah, But how is he going to lie out of saying, well, hey, I didn't know they were burying bodies on my property? I don't know how he's going to get out of that one. I don't think he will. Remy says he's going to flip. I agree, guys. I think he's the one that's going to flip because he didn't even want to sit beside her in court. He didn't want their trials, combined. Smart move on his part, though. Hey, if he was a smart person, he would cooperate with authorities, try to get a plea deal or something if he was a smart person. Chad is really, he's not that smart of a person, though. Oh, and the prosecutor said that he's a wimp. Chad Daybell's a wimp. When I heard that when I read that he said that in some transcripts that Chad was a wimp, I got to thinking, what if Lori was the puppet master? That's a possibility. I'd just like to know the truth of everything that went down. But I doubt that we will ever know the truth. The truth's not in those people. The only thing that's in them is evil. Let's see. That's really all I have to say about her this morning. I feel so bad for Kay and Larry Woodcock and Joseph Ryan's sister, Annie Cushing. Okay. I'm pulling up some stuff here. Before we move on, let me look at my chat. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Chad was the puppet master, or do you think it was Lori, or do you kind of just think it was like both of them? Hey, Natalie, good morning. Her letter hurts the soul. She strikes me as that type of person. I believe Lori was the puppet master. She strikes me as that type of person. Oh, yeah. She may have been. According to that psychic, Reverend Donna, Lori was present when the kids were killed, when Tylee was killed. She enjoyed doing it. That psychic said, which I know you can't take this as facts, but she said after they killed Tylee, dismembered her body, they actually ate some of her leg. Anyway, she was saying that Lori was laughing around the fire. And I can totally believe it. I can see it in my head, her doing that. It's probably true. I believe that psychic has a gift. There's a lot of fake psychics out there, but there are some people that have special gifts, I believe. Hey, Drama. Good morning. I got your email. I emailed you back. Yes, Sunny Side Up. That's what this lady here on YouTube that has a channel, her name is Reverend Donna. I can't pronounce her last name. I don't know if it's Seraphine or Seraphina. It's something like that. But she did a reading last January before the kids' bodies were found. And she did a reading, and in that reading, she said exactly where the kids' bodies were. Well, that's where police found them later on in the year, last summer. And they were in the same condition. The bodies were in the same condition as what this psychic had said months and months before they were even found. Let me see if I can get you the link, Sunny Side Up. Let me get on my phone here, and I'll get you the link to her channel. My phone's not wanting to work right. Okay, I've got her channel. Let me get you the link. Share. Yeah, check out her videos. I believe this lady is the real deal, y'all. I mean, if y'all don't believe in psychics, that's okay. But Like I said, last January, she did a video and she said exactly where police could find those bodies. And then last summer, they found the bodies in that exact location. The bodies were in the same condition as she predicted. And she's also the psychic that said that she's a medium too. Tammy Daybell's spirit visited her, and Tammy told her that she was poisoned by Chad. And Chad used octopus venom to poison her. She's the only psychic on YouTube, I kind of believe. Yeah, me too. And now she says, and she proved it too. Now she says the kids were killed on sacrifice, like ritual days. That's what she claims. And in her videos, she shows like a screenshot of those sacrifice days. I can't even explain it. It's so crazy. Drama says a blue octopus. Yeah, now we looked up and the blue ringed octopus is very venomous. Their venom is so strong that it could take down an elephant easy. And they're only about, a blue ringed octopus is only about the size of a golf ball. And you can purchase those octopuses at, pet stores and stuff where they sell exotic fish. I think she did some on Delphi too. I wish she would do a reading on the West brothers, Orrin and Orson. I wish she would do a reading on them. Until I came across that psychic, I honestly didn't believe in them completely. It tripped me out. I've always believed that some people have special gifts, but there are a lot of fake psychics. There's a lot of fake people in every profession, though. Now, Reverend Donna, she's studied with the best mediums in the world. Sapphire, any updates on those boys? I've not seen any updates on them. They're still searching for them. I'm wondering if the FBI has been interviewing those adoptive parents anymore. I know they interviewed with police when the kids first went missing, but I wonder if they're still cooperating. Drama. Charles Vallow's sister has a total layout of the dates that the church believes in. Her channel is analytics. I'm going to check out her channel. I think I actually found it and went and subscribed to it. I'm going to check out her channel and her videos, and I'll let y'all know what I think. Me too. Those two poor little boys, that breaks my heart. Hey, them little boys did not wander off into that desert. They did not wander out of that yard. I do not believe it. I mean, it's a possibility that they did, but I don't think that they were ever in that yard to wander out of. Now, I heard yesterday that one of the neighbors said that they saw, I guess, the adoptive dad carrying one of the boys into the van. I think in leaving one day. But I don't know if that's true or not. It's kind of hearsay. I seen a comment with a link on It's a Crime. Oh, really, Yvonne? I wonder what that link is to. Remy, the two Connecticut boys were found in Florida. I saw that, Remy. I'm so glad that they were found safe. Natalie, I saw Annie's channel, but her videos are so long, LOL. I wish someone would go in and snip the important parts. I'll have to go through her videos. I will try to do that today. It's raining here, so I won't have that much to do around here today, so I'll have time to do it. Yvonne, two boys' bodies burned, I read. Oh my gosh. I hope not. Remy, they moved in the middle of the night in September. A new neighbor have said they never saw the kids. Maybe they didn't go missing in December, but rather a lot earlier. Remy, that is what I'm thinking too. I really feel like that the boys have been gone for a long time, like for months. Christmas was coming up. People was going to be, family visiting, probably bringing presents, wanting to see the boys. So they had no choice but to report them missing. That's what I think. I think if the boys had been in that backyard, the dogs would have picked up their scent. Sometimes, I guess, dogs don't pick up the scent, but like most of the time, the majority of the time, a dog's nose is never wrong. I just think if they'd been out back playing at any point, the dog would have been able to pick up a scent. By now they've probably used cadaver dogs and stuff. Lord, I hope. Hey, Short Nice. One channel said they were on camera before that day going in the house, the neighbors said. I saw that on a channel yesterday. I think Drama Must Remain on the Stage left me a link in a comment section. And I went and checked it out, and that lady was saying that she saw it in a post, I think on Facebook or somewhere like that one of the neighbors said that they saw one of the parents carrying one of the kids out. But how did they know that it was Orrin or Orson? Maybe it was another kid, because they had 6 kids altogether. This case bothers me about them boys. I know it. Last night I was thinking, well, what if they really did wander off into that desert and they're there, hungry, cold, scared, and alone? Because, in the desert, it probably gets chilly at night. I think it does. But really, I don't think they wandered off, guys. I think those two adoptive parents did something to those boys. They've probably been abusing them. They probably beat them to death or something. The truth's known. I hope they find them alive, safe, of course. I hope and pray they do. But I don't think they're going to. I just got a really bad feeling. Their body language was strange. Yeah, his body language was identical to Chris Watts. Go back and watch Chris Watts' first interview when he's standing outside on his porch. His arms are crossed. The way he has them crossed, he's actually holding himself. That Trezell West was standing in the exact same pose. Dogs caught scent of the boys inside the house. Well, that could have been from where they touched an item before or something. I know they were searching the family's previous home. I think like in Bakersfield, it was an apartment complex. But just because the dog picked up their scent inside the house, don't mean they were in that house. The scent could have come off something they had touched a long time ago or something. Anyhow, I hope there's an update soon. I want to know what happened to those boys. I hope and pray they find them safe, but guys, I don't think they're going to. First time I read about it, I had the worst feeling just come all over me. And that happened again yesterday when I was reading an article. Every parent must dream that their kids are having a loved life if they were adopted. So sad. The father was trying to stop body language. Yes, I agree, Yvonne. Thank you, Yvonne. They haven't searched the home they moved from. Yeah, I think they did. I think they just searched it. It was an apartment. Something's not right with this. Something just feels way, way off. Okay, so they said that the police told them, hey, don't be out there in the public searching because you're getting death threats. Hey, nothing would stop me from searching for my son. I don't care who was threatening who. I would still go search for my kid. I'd just take protection with me. You wouldn't stop me from searching for my kid. So something's not right about that. Not the Bakersfield house, the one prior. Oh, I don't know. All I know, I didn't know they had a one before that. All I know is they were searching the apartment that they used to live at. The adopted dad's interview is very telling. Says it out, yes. The bio mom was out searching too. Yeah, she was very upset. I felt so bad for her. You know, she's feeling so much guilt and stuff right now, and you know, I'm not judging her. A lot of people's giving her a hard time, saying, why was they in foster care to begin with? Look, that's not relevant right now, I don't think. What's relevant is where the boys are, finding the boys, you know what I mean? Hey, faithful one, listening in this morning? Okay, so let me get to this next case. So there was this young man in Utah. He shot his mother in the freaking head in front of his sisters. The sisters knew that he was going to shoot their mom. Let me find my stuff here. This happened on December 23rd. Man fatally shoots mom at dinner table, then dances with his sister near his mom's dead body. Dances with his 14-year-old sister. His name is Mike Lopez, 23 years old. The victim, his mother, Victoria Ramirez. And it says the sisters may have been aware that he was going to shoot the mom. Let me read this. Where in the crap's my glasses? Authorities in Utah are investigating the bizarre murder of a Utah woman by her own son. And initial reports indicate both the victim and the suspect's younger sister may have been aware of his intention to kill his mother. According to the Desert News, Mike Lopez, 23, has been charged in the murder of his mother, 43-year-old Victoria Ramirez, at their home in Springfield on December 23rd. The suspect's two younger sisters, ages 14 and 17, were both present at the time of the murder, which Ramirez appears to have anticipated. Police documents obtained by the Desert News show that Victoria was sitting at a dining room table with her daughters when Lopez entered the room with the gun, pointed it at her. Mike turned towards his 14-year-old sister, and they gave each other a head nod before the 14-year-old fled and locked herself in a bathroom, with the older sister standing outside the door. I know you're going to kill me, and I love you, Victoria Ramirez reportedly told her son just before he shot her in the head, killing her instantly. The younger sister then emerged from the bathroom and stroked her mother's hair. The suspect took her arm and began dancing with her next to her mother's dead body. The 17-year-old sister had locked herself in a bathroom after the shooting and escaped through a window. She ran to the home of a relative who lives nearby, and someone there apparently contacted police. Responding officers took Lopez into custody, apparently without incident. When they told him of the charges, he reportedly began to cry and said, "Someone told me to do it." According to the affidavit, the older sister told police that her brother had been providing marijuana to his younger sister, who she claimed knew what was going to happen. Police noted in the report that the younger girl was acting very strange during an interview. She reportedly smiled when asked about dancing with her brother next to her mother's dead body and recited the song without showing any emotion. Damn. The teen girl also claimed that it was not her mother who had been killed, according to the report. She told police that she had been spending a lot of time with her older brother, and they had been taking turns sleeping so they can watch over one another. Lopez reportedly had THC in his system at the time of the murder. He is charged with felony first-degree murder, third-degree felony domestic violence in the presence of a child, and third-degree felony possession of a weapon by a restricted person. It is unclear from the report why Lopez was not legally permitted to obtain a weapon. He reportedly bought the gun the day before the killing. Authorities have not yet publicly commented on a possible motive. Jesus Christ. He had quite the influence over his sister. It seems like he may have something like schizophrenia or something. Why were they taking turns? It says they were taking turns sleeping so they can watch over one another. So he must have had it in his head that their mother was going to harm them or something. That's the only thing I can gather from it. Oh, wow, that's a cute little town. Look at that. Okay, let me look at my chat. Weed does not make you kill. No. I was sitting there thinking that as I was reading. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, he must be on some meth or something. What the crap did I do? I lost my lighter somehow. Sitting here. Well, it's all right. I don't need to smoke no more. True, marijuana cannot make you kill. No. Not unless someone put something in it. Like it was laced with something. But straight out marijuana is not going to make you kill, and you're not going to overdose on it. Mental health is a very serious issue in today's times. And why did they sell him a gun if he wasn't supposed to have one? He wasn't supposed to have a gun. He was restricted from having one. So probably he has been in a psychiatric hospital before and been declared incompetent, I bet. Because it says that he was not supposed to have a gun. But it wasn't clear why. It says he is not legally permitted to obtain a weapon. He's old enough to have one. So he probably has some mental health problems and has been declared incompetent. When you're declared incompetent, you cannot own a gun or even try to purchase a gun. And that should have showed up on his background check. Because they're supposed to do background checks. And I think there's actually a waiting period. When you go to purchase a gun, I think you got to fill out some forms, and there's like a 3-day waiting period. Hey, Miss Jones. The woman near us that jumped off the bridge was 24, and it doesn't state how old the child was, but when she jumped, a truck driver was struck by the bodies. Oh, that's crazy. That's sad. Mental health is a factor for sure. If you have problems, weed can alter your thoughts, especially if you have personality. Yeah, I don't know how marijuana would affect someone that's got, like severe mental illnesses. I don't know how it would affect them. I have never heard of marijuana having any bad effects on anyone besides might make them paranoid and have the munchies, but I don't know how it would affect someone, let's say, that has schizophrenia or something. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, we'll keep following this story because this is interesting. It sounds like this Mike Lopez and his 14-year-old sister had this planned because it said when he walked into the room to shoot his mom, he nodded at his 14-year-old sister. And she got up. So she knew what he was going to do. Okay. So we'll keep following that. We're getting ready to talk about a sicko teacher, guys. This case reminded me of that Mary Kay Letourneau case. Because this teacher we're getting ready to talk about, she was busted having sex in a van with a 14-year-old boy. Mary Kay did the same thing with her little lover. She had sex in her van with him. Hold on one second, guys. Let me find my thing. Let me see if it's got her mugshot. I don't think it did. No. I'm going to tell y'all a story. This is sick. If this had been my 14-year-old son, people would be reading about me in the true crime articles. For real. I would have went off on her. I'd have showed up at her door. Okay, Ohio teacher busted for sex in her van with junior high boy student age 14. An Ohio woman who formerly worked as a teacher in Washington, D.C. was arrested Friday for sexually abusing a boy from 2009 to 2014, starting when he was 14. According to WLJA, a mandated reporter at Two Rivers Public Charter School alerted authorities last year to the relationship between Joan Meyer, 45, and the victim called ZJ in documents. ZJ reportedly revealed in emails that he had a sexual relationship with Joan Meyer that began when he was 14 years old. The investigation revealed that the alleged relationship was the subject of two prior youth division investigations that transpired in 2010 and 2012. Allegations also arose in 2010 at Two Rivers and 2012 at a different school. During the first investigation, students reported seeing Joan Meyer and ZJ holding hands in an alley near the school, and seeing ZJ kissing the teacher on the cheek twice. During the same investigation, staff members allegedly indicated there were intimate encounters between Joan Meyer and the student. Despite this, police closed their investigation, and the two internal investigations were deemed unfounded. Joan reportedly told police that she had a sexual relationship with ZJ in 2013 and 2015, starting weeks after his 18th birthday. However, ZJ told police last year that their relationship began in 2007 when he was 12 years old, and his mother asked Joan Meyer to drive him to school, and they connected over books and essays. ZJ said their sexual relationship began 2 years later, according to the news outlet. ZJ allegedly recounted Joan sexually abusing him in her van and home. Joan's husband reportedly caught the boy in the home on 2 different occasions. Marijuana and alcohol were allegedly used during the illicit encounters. The relationship ended in 2014, but ZJ and Joan reconciled in 2018. The pair split a year later. According to WJLA, ZJ had texted Joan insinuating he was going to report her to the police. In return, Joan and her lawyer showed police texts in which ZJ allegedly threatened to find her and called her a filthy woman. Joan also claimed ZJ sent text messages demanding sex. Shaker Heights City School District officials said Joan Meyer is a library media specialist at Onaway Elementary in Ohio. Officials said none of the allegations transpired when Meyer worked at the elementary school. Meyer was charged with felony child sex abuse. She is currently on paid administrative leave. He called her a filthy woman, this student did. She is a filthy woman. She's a disgrace. She's a disgrace to all humans. She's sick. How could any woman, she's in her 40s too, I think. It don't matter how old she is. How could any woman or man find a little bitty kid attractive? That is totally sick. She's as sick as Mary Kay Letourneau is, in my opinion. Oh, it makes me so mad. It disgusts me, guys. My son is 14 years old. I can't imagine learning that a teacher had been sexually abusing him. I would go off my rockers. It sounds just like Mary Kay. Mary Kay used to have sex with Bealey in her van and in her home. Mary Kay's kids actually saw her in the shower with Bealey. I think that was the daughter that caught her in the shower with the little boy, and Mary Kay's son caught her in bed with Bealey. And you got to remember, Bealey was the same age as Mary Kay's son. She's complete weirdo, Mike. Complete weirdo. Oh, yeah, Pamela Smart. If you have Amazon Prime, they have a movie about Pamela Smart on there. What's it called? Is it called To Die For? It's got Helen Hunt in it. She plays Pamela Smart. It's an older movie. I was actually watching the John List movie on there yesterday. She used her wiles to get teenagers to kill her hubby. Yeah. Those two of those teens are out of prison, I think. I think the trigger man that killed Pam Smart's husband, what was his name? Was his name Jeff? I can't remember. We'll have to do a live stream on Pam Smart. I can't remember those teen boys' names right now. That's an interesting case. Now, Pam still claims that she's innocent, even though she was caught on tape admitting to it. I felt sorry for the boys, too, because she manipulated those boys. She convinced those boys that he beat her up and everything. Pam Smart, she's a real bitch. Let me just tell you. And her parents believe she's completely innocent. Okay. I'm just looking for my other stuff here. We'll have to see what happens with this weirdo teacher, this Joan Myers. Her name reminds me of Michael Myers. Okay, we got another weirdo to talk about. This guy looks like he's been smoking something, and it's not weed. He's been smoking some meth or crack or something. Look at his eyes. Look like they're going to pop out of his head. Pharmacist who intentionally spoiled batch of COVID vaccines is admitted conspiracy theorist. What's wrong with these conspiracy theorist people doing all this crazy stuff? So this happened in Wisconsin. It says the Wisconsin pharmacist accused of intentionally spoiling more than 500 doses of the coronavirus vaccine at the medical center where he worked was an admitted conspiracy theorist who believed the vaccine would change the DNA of patients who took it, according to the probable cause statement filed in his arrest. Hold on a minute. Let me set something down. Stephen Bradenberg, 46, made his first court appearance by video link on Monday in Port Washington, Wisconsin. WISN reported. He was arrested last week on felony charges of recklessly endangering safety, and criminal damage to property. But a judge said Monday the charges would be reduced to a misdemeanor if the vials of the Moderna, I don't know if that's how you say it, Moderna vaccine are determined to still be usable. Steve was given a $10,000 signature bond in order to give up his guns after prosecutor Adam Garal said he was pretty cooperative and admitted to everything that he's done. But Garal also said that Steve expressed that he was under great stress because of marital problems and that coworkers reported he had brought a gun to work on 2 prior occasions. So this guy is unstable, has brought a gun to work 2 different times, and they're going to let him have a $10,000 signature bond. Wow. According to new documents filed in the divorce last week, his wife, Gretchen Brandenburg, has asked for sole custody of the couple's 4 and 6-year-old daughters because she has been so concerned about my safety and the safety of our children that I left town for a period of time. Okay, so that's what she's quoted as saying. Now, she filed for divorce, I believe it was like in June. So a family court judge granted sole custody to Gretchen temporarily on Monday, saying the children were in immediate danger of physical or emotional harm. He absolutely should not be around these kids right now. He's obviously got something wrong with him. Okay, so it says Gretchen filed for divorce last June, and at a hearing in July, her attorney testified that she feared her husband's temper, adding that the two have vastly different views regarding parenting and the views of the world. My understanding is that the respondent is more aligned with the feeling of conspiracy theories, attorney Brian Harrow said in court. He has theories about COVID-19. He believes the end of the world is coming, so my client would like him to be out. He's been hanging around Lori Vallow. I think it's not safe for the kids to be around this man at all, not even supervised visits. In the last week's filing, she said her husband told me that if I didn't understand by now that he is right and that the world is crashing down around us, I am in serious denial, according to her affidavit. He continued to say the government is planning cyber attacks and plans to shut down the power grid. Seems like to me he needs to be hospitalized for a time. In addition to seeking sole custody, Gretchen asked that her husband's visits with the children be supervised, citing disturbing remarks he had made. In the affidavit, she said her 6-year-old daughter had quoted her father saying, "This is not our home. Heaven is our home. And all the bad angels and the devil are going to burn in the lake of fire forever." Wow, he's really unstable. Steve, who worked at Aurora Grafton Medical Center, reportedly admitted to removing vials of the COVID-19 vaccine, which must be kept refrigerated until used, from refrigeration on the night of December 24th and again the following night. Although he initially said he had removed them to reach other items and forgotten to put them back, a technician discovered the vials outside the refrigerator on December 26th, sparking the investigation. He was fired after admitted he intended to spoil the vaccines. That's what an advocate for Aurora Healthcare Chief Medical Group officer said. Jeff, I don't know how you say his last name, Barr or something. He formed this belief that that were unsafe, Prosecutor Garral said in court. His intent was to destroy the medication. He did the things that he was accused of. So, in addition to surrendering his firearms, it said, in addition to surrendering his firearms, Grafton was ordered not to take a job in health care and to have no contact with employees in Aurora. Wow. It called him Grafton right there. That's not his last name. I don't know why it said that. It's actually Bradenberg, Steve Bradenberg or something. Isn't that crazy? His eyes look crazy. He's having some kind of mental breakdown, but it's not safe for the kids to be around him if he's got all these thoughts in his head, and then his little girl is repeating his crazy sayings. Jesus. Well, TC, I hope he don't either. I don't think he should have even been released on a $10,000 signature bond. This man is clearly unstable. He brought a gun to work on 2 different occasions. Now, how can any educated person or any person with common sense think that a vaccine is going to change your DNA? Nothing can change your DNA. You can't change DNA. Is he crazy? I think he is. He looks like a short and older version of Chris Watts. Yes. I'll tell you someone that's a lot like Chris Watts, and that is John List. And John is a lot like Chris Watts, how, they're weak. They're wimps. They don't know how to express their feelings. John List was just like Chris Watts. Identical. And he killed his entire family. And it took them 18 years to actually catch him. Unsolved Mysteries got him caught. Anyways, I wanted to share with y'all about this pharmacy guy because I got a feeling this guy might do something crazy. We might be reading about him again. I hope not. But there's definitely something wrong with him, and I don't think it's safe for him to be out of jail. It's definitely not safe for the kids to be around him. Okay, let me see. I was finding something else here. Let me go over to the chat first. Crazy is right. Good God. Hey, he's got something wrong with him, or he's on drugs, or both. I mean, this is an educated person. This is a pharmacist. And he has it in his head that the COVID-19 vaccines would change your DNA. It's an educated person saying this. I mean, he's having some kind of mental break or something. He's got schizophrenia or something like that. And for him to be saying all that crazy stuff to the kids about devils and angels and people's going to burn in the lake of fire, that shows he's got something bad wrong with him. And it's just not safe for those kids to be around him. It's not even safe for supervised visitation. Look what happened with the Susan Powell case. Josh Powell had supervised visits, and social worker brings the kids to his house. He gets the kids in the house real quick, locks her out, then takes a hatchet to the kids, then blows them all up in the house. He should have never been allowed to have supervised visits around those kids. Josh did that because he thought he was going to be arrested for Susan's disappearance, for her murder. I do believe Josh killed her. Okay. I was going to share with y'all about this NYC nanny. This nanny has been arrested for shaking a 3-month-old baby, and the baby had a brain bleed. Now, I just glanced at this morning, so I didn't read it. I don't know how it turns out. It says a live-in nanny in New York reportedly seriously injured a 3-month-old boy in her care by shaking him. Police sources told the New York Post that Alexis Schultz admitted shaking the infant at a Brooklyn home because she was hungry and overwhelmed while caring for the baby and his sister. The infant reportedly suffered a brain bleed and retinal hemorrhages in both eyes as a result of the alleged attack. Sources said the infant threw up his formula before bedtime on Tuesday after the alleged incident, which the parents did not know about. The following day, the boy's parents took him to the doctor because he was still unwell. The parents took the 3-month-old to the hospital on Friday as his condition did not improve, according to the Post. Sources said that a CAT scan revealed 2 brain bleeds, one of which appeared old, suggesting the infant had been shaken in the past. The infant's current condition is not immediately known. Meanwhile, Schultz was charged with assault and endangering the welfare of a child. Her arraignment was scheduled for Monday. I watched a video a while back, and it was about this little girl. She survived, but her babysitter had shook her so much it done all kinds of damage. She had brain bleed, and now she has to live with a disability for the rest of her life because it damaged her brain. I can't believe that anyone would shake a baby because they are hungry or feeling overwhelmed. Don't people know how? I don't know. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I walk outside. Like when my dogs get me over, I walk outside. I just don't get people. I don't know how anybody could hurt a baby or an animal or anyone that's vulnerable. What age was she? Which one? The babysitter? I can't remember. She's young, I believe. Uh, Something's.
All new tonight at 5:30.
Hold on a
The
minute.
family of a 19-year-old soldier found dead in her barracks is demanding.
They started playing something. I was trying to go back and find out how old that babysitter was. I don't think I seen an age there. I don't think it showed an age. I can't even find where I had that at. I don't think it showed an age. I see actress Tanya Roberts dies. What did she play on? Hold on a minute. I'll screen share. She looks familiar. I see something about another soldier, too. We'll have to take a look at that. Actress Tanya Roberts dies hours after false death announcement. Partner admits he didn't speak to doctors before telling publicists she died. Actress and model Tanya Roberts died in Los Angeles Monday night, the same day that a previous death announcement was found to be premature. TMZ reports that the star of That 70s Show and the James Bond movie A View to Kill died at Cedar Sinai Hospital Monday night. Roberts was 65. Her partner, Lance O'Brien, reportedly confirmed her death to TMZ. The second time this week that O'Brien said Roberts had died, which was not accurate the first time. Well, why would he say that she died if she didn't die yet? That's weird. O'Brien reportedly saw Roberts at the hospital on Sunday night and believed she had died. Her publicist, Mike Pingle, later released the premature news of her death, apparently based on what O'Brien had said. According to the latest TMZ report, O'Brien admitted that he did not confirm Roberts' death with doctors on Sunday night. He reportedly told TMZ that he saw Roberts fade away after suddenly opening her eyes and left the hospital. He said he got a call from medical staff on Monday morning informing him that Roberts was still alive. According to CNN, Pingle said on Monday night that Roberts had not passed away. It is unclear if any visitors were at the hospital when Roberts was, in fact, declared dead. She does look familiar. Of course, I never really did watch that 70s show, but I think I do remember her in that James Bond movie. That's just really weird that he would say that he saw her die and tell her publicist that she's dead. And she's really not even dead. She don't die until the next morning. That is so weird. Did he do something to her? What'd he do? I mean, I don't know. That's just weird. I started to say, what'd he do? Go in there and try to smother her or something? And it didn't work? How do you not? Yeah, exactly. How do you not confirm that? Something is not right with that, guys. Something's not right with that at all. She's a pretty woman. I'm way behind in my chat here. Maybe it was wishful thinking. Yeah, like he had told the publicist like her eyes opened and then she died. He watched her fade away. And then he left the hospital. And then he said he got a call Monday morning that she was still alive. Like, what the crap? He sounds like a wonderful husband, doesn't he? Jesus, people are so freaking weird. Let's see. Let's see what this Fort Bliss case is about. It's going to play a video as soon as I click on it.
All new tonight at 5:30.
Hold on a minute. I might as well play the video for you guys. That way I don't have to read this. There's another soldier dead.
The family of a 19-year-old soldier found dead in her barracks is demanding answers from Army leadership. Investigators say Asia Graham was found unresponsive New Year's Eve, where she was stationed at Fort Bliss in Texas. WCNC Charlotte's Brandon Goldner spoke to Graham's mother and brother about her legacy and the questions they still have.
I love marching. I love singing cadences. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Private First Class Asia Graham posted this to YouTube shortly after arriving at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas in December 2019.
But if you're like, nah, I got this, then you got it. Especially for my females.
Her brother, Andrew Koenigsfeld, says she always wanted to help others, whether it's the homeless or teens interested in enlisting.
Every day, every time I talk to my sister, she always preaches, go get your goals. What do you want to do with your life, Drew?
Graham's goal, to use her Army benefits to take care of her mother, Nicole Graham.
She loved me so much, and I loved her so much. Like, we were very close, very close.
But her family says behind that smile and energy in her YouTube video, a traumatic event. The same month she posted this video, Graham's family says she was sexually assaulted by another soldier. Her family says Graham reported what happened to her superiors, but her mom accuses Army leadership of failing to help and protect her daughter. We asked the Army about these allegations and are awaiting a response. Last month, her family says Graham told them she felt better and wanted to get justice.
That she was ready to fight that, and then that got taken away.
Investigators say Graham was found dead in her barracks room New Year's Eve, exactly 1 year after she posted that YouTube video. She was 19 years old. The Army says they don't suspect foul play, but Graham's family still has a lot of questions.
She wasn't supposed to go. She wasn't supposed to go. It wasn't her time. I don't understand why it was supposed to be her time.
The family is still awaiting full autopsy and toxicology results. In Gaston County, Brandon Goldner, WCNC Charlotte.
Okay, I was making sure it didn't. What is going on with all these soldiers? Yesterday, we talked about one in Texas found shot to death on the side of the highway. Jessica Mitchell, just 30 years old. And then there was Vanessa Gillen's case. Y'all remember that? I could not think of her name yesterday. She was murdered by, what was his name? Aaron? Was it Aaron Robinson? He murdered her in the armory room and then got his ugly little girlfriend to help dispose of the body. Lisa, I just hid Lisa. How did I do that? Sorry, Lisa. I'm fixing it. I did it on my phone. I'm sorry. I blocked Lisa. Oh, my goodness. Lisa, I'm sorry. I had my chat pulled up on my phone here, too, and I looked, and I was like, oh, my God. I've hid Lisa. Now, your other message is retracted. I didn't do that. They need outside investigators, yeah. And they need to start taking these soldiers seriously when they report that they are being sexually harassed. Because Vanessa Gillen was being sexually harassed too by that weirdo Robinson guy. Okay, guys. I think that's about all the true crime I'm going to do this morning. I thought Lisa said, Lisa, did they say that lady was not dead? The Tanya Roberts? Well, you know when something happens like that, it's the accident. I did it on my phone. I blocked you. Goodness gracious. Somehow I accidentally blocked someone from this group, and I don't know who or how to fix it. You have to go into your settings and look at your block list. She's not dead? Okay, let me look it up. Let me see what else I can find about Tanya Roberts here. Actress Tanya Roberts is still alive, according to her publicist. Okay, let me see what this one says. This is by CNN. Actress Tanya Roberts, who was reported by CNN and other media outlets to have died, citing her longtime publicist, Mike Pingel or something like that, is still alive. Pingel said he was notified Sunday evening by Roberts' partner, Lance O'Brien, that Roberts had died. In a phone call Monday evening, O'Brien told CNN he was distraught after saying goodbye to Roberts at her bedside and left the medical center believing it would be the last time he saw her. On Monday morning, O'Brien was notified by the hospital that Roberts is still alive, according to Pingle and O'Brien. They said it was a coincidence that O'Brien was doing an interview with Inside Edition when the hospital called. I was so happy, O'Brien told Inside Edition when he got the call. Roberts was hospitalized in Los Angeles on December 24th after she collapsed at her California home following a walk with her dogs. She remains in critical condition. Roberts' career in television and film spans more than 30 years. She played geologist Stacy Sutton in A View to Kill opposite Roger Moore and appeared in That 70s Show. Wow. Well, is she okay? So Crime Online is saying that she's dead. This article was posted 2 hours ago. Here's one 32 minutes ago. Okay. So it looks like, okay, so after her death was reported, this article is saying, it said, it was reported again on Tuesday that she had passed away for real. So the first report was false. She wasn't dead. Then she was reported to have passed again. So is it real or is it not? It says early Monday morning, it was reported that actress Tanya Roberts, a Bond girl and TV star known for Charlie's Angels and That 70s Show, has died at 65. For most of the day, news of her death trended at the top of Google News, while many of Roberts' famous co-stars shared memories of her working with her on Twitter. While the internet mourned, major news outlets published obituaries outlining her many accomplishments. Hours later, their headlines were corrected to read something like, Tanya Roberts is still alive despite reports of her death. Then early on Tuesday, after this bizarre series of events, it was again reported that Roberts had passed away, but this time for real. Okay, it says throughout this ordeal, Roberts remained hospitalized and her condition worsened. She died on Monday night. So she did die. According to this, she did die. Who knows? Jesus Christ. They said she was gravely ill. Yeah. They said she collapsed after walking her dogs. Look, I've got TC's message pinned up here. What in the world? What in the world am I doing there, y'all, this morning? So she worked on Charlie's Angels. I didn't know that. No wonder she looks familiar. She was a really, really pretty lady. Well, if it turns out, guys, that she's really not dead, I will let y'all know, but it looks like she really is. It's very strange. Why in the hell would her husband say he watched her fade away and that she had died? Why would he say that? And then it came out, hey, she wasn't dead. But then she went on to die later on. 5 minutes ago, this one's like 32 minutes ago. It says 32 minutes ago. Tanya Roberts is dead, partner says after premature death declaration. So I think he told everybody she was dead and she really wasn't, but then she later on died. Maybe confused by grief. Yeah, but like, hey, if you're in the hospital and you watch your wife pass away, wouldn't you go talk to the doctors and nurses? Something's not right with that. That's weird. Thanks. I meant to say she was crying. She's afraid she's going to die. Oh. Lisa, I think she's still alive. Hey, she could be. I could have swore he said he was on video with her. Who knows? Hopefully they get it all straightened out and let us know if she's really dead or not. I think she is. Hey, Jen. I think he thought that she really was dead. And he told her publicist. Then he told TMZ and the other media. Right? And then it comes out, hey, she hadn't died yet. And I think she may have passed away after that mix-up. Yeah, she found out Sunday. Oh, it's sad. I hope she didn't die by herself, guys, in the hospital. I hope she had somebody holding her hand there for real. My aunt told my mom he's away over their dad's deathbed. She wasn't talking about the dad, but my mom thought she was. Oh, hey, 100% pure love. Good afternoon. I sent you an email. I was getting ready. I was going to send you another one. I was trying to cook and type at the same time. I about forgot to check emails. So I was standing there cooking, and I was like, hey, I better check the email. So I'll send you a better one here in a little bit. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here and get some things done. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for chatting. Sorry I'm getting off here and you're just coming in 100% pure love. Sorry about that, but I've got some things I've got to get done. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for y'all's support. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. And tomorrow night is Wednesday night, right? So we'll be doing our channel members live stream tomorrow night. Crap, I can't talk. Anyways, see y'all later. Peace.